Am I the asshole for not having catered vegan food at my wedding? Throwaway in case my friend is on here. I, 27F, got married recently. I invited a friend, 27F, and her partner, and she was excited to come. They live in another country, a 3.5 hours flight away, so coming isn't easy or cheap for them. We asked 7 months before the wedding about dietary needs, and she told us her and her partner would need vegan options. Since my dinner included veggie options, I, wrongly, assumed the caterer could also do vegan ones, but when I asked 1.5 months before the wedding I learned they couldn't. I should have asked earlier. Unfortunately, some things came up and delayed our prep. I informed my friend, saying I was sorry, initially asking her if she had ideas about what we could do, maybe I was in the wrong there, and then offering to cook something myself or buy something from a supermarket, but the conversation turned quite cold, and the next day she said she decided not to come to the wedding, or to the bachelorette that was happening the following week, even though there was no catering issue there. She said her decision was final and we could speak after the wedding, as she didn't want to upset me before the day. After a couple of days I asked if she could help me understand her decision, and she said she found it disrespectful that I didn't have a suitable vegan option for her and her partner so close to the date, even though they told me with plenty of notice. I felt extremely hurt and blindsided, especially since I feel she didn't give me a chance to find a solution together. I kinda understand not coming to the wedding, even though I'm vegetarian and attended plenty of weddings that didn't have veggie options, but that's her call, but not skipping the bachelorette, since we could easily have planned for vegan food. Now I'm not sure I want to be her friend anymore. Am I the asshole? My friend decided to skip both my bachelorette and my wedding because I didn't have a good enough vegan option for my wedding dinner. I'm not sure I want to be her friend anymore. Am I the asshole? Edit. Thank you everyone for your perspectives, you helped me see the situation more clearly. Some bits of context. There were no restrictions at our venue for bringing home-cooked, outside food. I genuinely thought a home-cooked meal was a nice option, but I'm seeing that many of you think otherwise. Our dinner was a type of food with a base and toppings, and there was no other type of food available as the caterer specializes in that, but it caters to most people since you can choose the toppings. It worked for our 2 other guests who had restrictions, being gluten-free and nut-free. I knew for sure it was vegetarian, didn't know they couldn't/wouldn't want to make a separate vegan batch. I told my friend about this casually over text, while we were discussing the bachelorette. I now see that I probably shouldn't have mentioned it until I could give her a more detailed option. I thought it would be nice to keep her in the loop and know what she preferred, but I now see how that probably made her feel like a burden, which I'm very sorry about. The caterer had to be booked 10 months in advance, before we asked for restrictions, and when I asked about vegan options they didn't say they didn't have time to sort one out, just that they flat out didn't offer any, but maybe I should have pushed back harder on that. Some of you are saying I shouldn't have asked for restrictions at all if I couldn't provide them, but we were able to provide for other allergies, gluten and nuts, just not vegan meals unfortunately. Overall, I understand that the biggest mistake was clearly leaving it so late to sort it out. The second and most stupid mistake was bringing up supermarket food, when it was never a viable option, and the third mistake was telling my friend about it and asking for her input, as it probably made her feel like a burden. I will now wait and see if she wants to reach out, and take things from there if she does. Thank you.